Now this is also the beginning process of having a horse target your hand. So we will use hand targeting throughout many different aspects of the training later on, which you will definitely be familiar with if you've watched any of my From Wild to Willing series with Sundancer. So it's a great tool for them to have. It's very handy. Haha, handy. And welcome to another session with Mustang Juniper. Today we are once again going to be working on getting him more comfortable with humans and with the idea of being approached. So he's already facing me today, which is a little bit of a step up from the last session even. And before I came in the pen, he was coming to me on the other side of the fence here, as if he was really ready to have a session and is feeling a little bit more brave about approaching humans. So we will see how that transpires in today's session. So all I'm going to do is start once again with the I see you exercise, and I'm going to just move around him in a round fashion and capture his attention and mark that I notice when he is paying attention to me, letting him know that I'm aware of his facial and body communications. This lets the horse know that you're present, and this is a great exercise to start any session with, even if you are working with an already broke horse. You can do this out in the pasture, and oftentimes that horse will just come over to you, and that can begin to be your start session signal. So that horse coming over is the horse essentially saying, hey, I'm ready to do something today, and that can be your consent from the horse to go ahead and start your session. And it's just a really cool thing to add in if you want to really focus on having a genuine connection and relationship with your horse, instead of just walking out and telling them you're going to be caught and we're going to do this today. So keep that in mind. This works for any horse at any time and creates connection. And I know we're not seeing a whole lot of physical results from Juniper just yet. These things do take time and patience. However, once Juniper decides that humans are cool, you will definitely see the benefit of these exercises. Okay, we got a nice head shake there, releasing some tension. I might just see how he feels about sniffing me today. I'm watching his face for any stress indicators. And I'm making sure to keep my breathing low and slow. So I'm making sure I'm breathing from my stomach, not with my shoulders or my chest. And I'm making sure that I'm taking nice, deep breaths in and out through my nose. Yes, that is very important for these horses. Much, much more than you would even realize. Okay, so right there, I introduced the click when he touched my hand, and now I'm going to give him the hay reward. Because he was a good boy, he was very brave and sniffed my hand without the hay enticing him to do so. Now, another note, horses have incredibly good smell. And I was just petting my dog, which could be the reason that he's a little skeptical to take this hay from my hand. Very good. So keep that in mind. Even a little thing such as switching your perfume or being around dogs or other animals can kind of throw these guys off. Even a well-seasoned horse might have an off day due to some scent that they notice that we don't. We've got one of our new girls back there, Denny, wanting to be a part of this session. We're close to feeding time here, so we've got everyone gathered around today watching. Also, a fun fact, horses do learn from observation. So this is beneficial to all the horses standing around observing. Very good. He got very close to my hand that time. I could tell he was getting a little unsure. So I went ahead and clicked before he touched me because I didn't want him to leave before I was able to click for that. And then I'll give him the food reward. And once he's more comfortable standing next to me, this process will be a lot more smooth and he won't move away in the middle like this. It's not your time, buddy. Okay, I changed my hips here. I noticed I was standing a bit straight. As you can see, now my body is curved away from him. We've got a big droopy lower lip going on today, which I really like. We've got some very soft blinking eyes. That's also a good sign that he's beginning to get a little bit more comfortable around humans. Okay, I'm just going to see if I can approach here to give him this hay. Watching for stress indicators. Very good. I'm still moving away from him after he takes the hay because he is slightly uncomfortable. He's being very brave though and taking hay for me even though he's still a little skeptical of humans. As I told you guys in previous videos, he does have a little bit of prior training. However, it was a little bit harsh and he wasn't really a fan. So now we are undoing that little bit of trauma that he has built up around humans and trying to rewire his brain into feeling like humans are a positive thing. And it's much harder to retrain a horse than it is to start with a completely blank slate. Okay. Let's see if I can get this to him before he moves off this time. Very good. Good. There we go. Good. That time I let him get a little bit longer of a sniff. Being careful not to move this bag around too much. Don't want to make him feel like he needs to leave. Good. You see how much more comfortable he is this session, even from last session? I would say all of my training styles are exponential. So what I mean by that is they start out pretty slow moving. It seems like you're not getting much accomplished in the beginning to people who come from a background where horses are started and finished in 30 days. Very good. He touched me that time. But over time, you'll see that once you gain the horse's trust and understanding, they will absolutely go to the ends of the earth for you. And they become a really reliable and trustworthy partner. So as we move down the road, we can introduce things at a quicker rate, and they can completely excel in their training much more quickly in the end stages once we get all this preliminary trust and connection stuff out of the way. And with that being said, I just want to note that trust and connection is an ever evolving thing. Just like any human to human relationship, your human to horse relationship is never perfect. You're always going to need to be working on that and perfecting that. So we're never truly done with connection exercises, but it does take a little bit of extra time and patience to gain their trust initially when you're starting to build a relationship with them. And Denny over there is just seeming super, super interested in this hay. Those two over there just got in last night, so they're very new here, and I'm glad to see that they're both really friendly. Good. Okay, see what happened there? He sniffed me and I didn't click and reward. He lost a little bit of confidence, didn't come back for another sniff. Good. So what I was waiting for that last time is I was waiting to see if he would go ahead and touch my hand with his nose again. But he was not feeling comfortable enough, and that's okay. So we will continue rewarding right now for just a sniff. Good. His lips touched my hand that time, and remember in earlier sessions when his lips would touch me, he would jump backwards like I was going to grab him by the lip and take him down or something. But now he's getting a lot more comfortable. We've got this nice relaxed expression, nice moving ears and blinking even though he's standing close to me. Those are all signs that he's getting much more comfortable. Good. That time he did go ahead and touch me with just the rim of his nostril, but it still counts. He's still being very brave and touching a scary human. So we are going to reward nicely for that. You're okay, buddy. These stalks are a little short today. I like that he took one step closer to me. That was great. Now this is also the beginning process of having a horse target your hand. So we will use hand targeting throughout many different aspects of the training later on, which you will definitely be familiar with if you've watched any of my From Wild to Willing series with Sundancer. So it's a great tool for them to have. It's very handy. Haha, handy. Anyways. I'm loving all this extra licking and chewing, and he doesn't seem to have a problem with me talking a little bit more. I've been pretty quiet in the first few sessions just because a lot of times these guys get pretty uncomfortable if a human is just jabbering on right next to them. But he's already getting used to me speaking as well, which is great. Here, I might just see if I can approach him. Good, his head came towards me. Good, he touched me with more of his nostril that time. Very nice. He didn't even shift his weight away. The only stress indicator we got after he took the bite that time was he slightly looked away, but even then he put his head straight back forward and is remaining super, super relaxed. So this is awesome. Okay, we don't want to reach at them when they're going to scratch. We might startle them. Very good. I love the look in his eyes as he was approaching my hand that time. The look in his eyes said, I have got this and I can do this, and it was a beautiful, confident look. The look that we want our horses to have when we are trying to train them in a manner that keeps their wild horse spirit intact that we all love so much, but often end up domineering out of them with more typical training methods, unfortunately for these guys. Oh, that was a nice shake right there. We're going to do this one more time for this session, and then that is going to be it for today's session. Okay, stress indicator. So I just remove my hand. Very good. We got to step towards us. Good. I'm going to give him a big ol' handful here. Good. His lips even touched my hand. Okay, so that's it for this session with Juniper. And I also want to take a little bit of time here to note, if you like this sweatshirt that I'm wearing, we do have them available on our website, www.nirvanamustangsanctuary.org. And 100% of the profits go towards the Mustangs we have rescued already and the Mustangs that we will rescue in the future. So your support is 135% appreciated by myself and all the horses here at Nirvana. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share it with a horse-loving friend. I'm just going to squat here because I feel like he wants to investigate me a little bit. He thought about it. Might just grab a handful here, and let's just see if he will come over into my space, maybe check me out in this different position. Nope. Okay, and that's all right. I'm going to leave him the rest of this hay, and that is all for today. I hope you guys are enjoying this series with Juniper, and I'll see you guys in the next video.